Welcome back to another installment of the Play No Games podcast. And today we're gonna keep it, hopefully you guys have been liking the new structure, keeping it short, simple, straight to the point. But as you guys can see, we're not in, we're still time traveling into the new, or not time traveling, we're still transforming into the new studio. So hopefully the next time we do this, you will see what it's gonna be like, and it's gonna be legit.
Coming at you live.
So, as we always do, well, actually, we've never done this before, but since Play No Games and relationship dynamics are all just one now, Tommy, what are you playing no games about?
Nothing. I'm just saying. What do I play no games about? That's a great question. What do I play?
What's on your mind today?
Man, just life. Play no game. I mean, obviously, play no games. Life is something to have fun with and enjoy and everything like that. But just play no games about the direction that I'm heading, the future that's happening, relationally, work-wise, career-wise, all that kind of stuff. Just really being intentional. And obviously, everyone always has these year end. As you all know, the year's coming to an end, 2025. People kind of get reflective and everything. So it's just playing no games about moving forward, really being intentional about how to move forward, basically, and what that looks like. I don't know, but just being able to just sit down, have the time to just be intentional, and just being aware of what that looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I respect it.
How about you? What are you playing no games about?
I'm gonna have to come more into frame a little bit more. Perfect. You know what I'm playing no games about? I'm playing no games about. I get into the holiday mood a little bit more. I don't do anything around the crib.
Oh, gotcha.
And
trust me either.
It's and I said this literally yesterday when I was with Adriana. It's just something about a woman's touch, about having a woman around where you can see the holidays through a woman's eyes.
Right.
Decorating the house. That would be cool right now. Reminds me of
stockings, the tree, all that kind of stuff.
The holiday spirit. No, I'm doubling up, but it's just so important sometimes to have that view on the holidays, because I know sometimes we can kind of get so engrossed on making sure the presents are under the tree.
Yeah. Or it's cold and you don't want to do anything. That's more. When it's cold out here, man, I just want to be bundled up at home, just chill, not really do that much.
I feel like decorating is just a lot of work.
I know it is, but it's I think when it's up, I appreciate it.
Yes,
but it's having to do it. I'm I hope I'm not a Grinch or a Scrooge, but I don't feel the Christmas spirit. But oh yeah, let's do it. But then when it's up. I'm yay! I'm happy. It feels good.
Putting this up was work.
Yeah, exactly.
It was work.
Exactly.
But yeah, once again, I know I'm cheating again, but holiday spirit, pass it on. Oh, I will say this: being able to just make sure you pass that holidayness, whatever religion you serve, because I think that's also important. So I think maybe that's why I was bringing up just the holiday cheers.
Right.
But
holiday season. Oh my god! Sorry, I had to put that in there. You ever just listen to those old mixtapes with it was DJ Drama?
Okay.
He was always holiday season. So I'm sorry, that just got out of my head. Excuse my brain. Holiday season. We gotta add, if we can put that find the feature or something like that, or
we go.
Yeah, we gotta find that.
I went to the tree lighting ceremony. And that was the first time I've ever been to the tree lighting ceremony here in Portland.
Gotcha.
And you know that one Gucci Mane song?
Which one?
The Saint Brick.
I don't think so. I know he came out with a Christmas album.
Yes,
I didn't listen to it fully.
I literally was playing that fucking song.
That's hilarious.
So I get it. But I got you.
That's funny.
Holiday season. Well, tis the season. And I'll just get us into our first topic. I think one of the things we've been talking about off screen is coasting. And how sometimes in the holiday season people can talk about filling their bellies, end of the year strong, all the other stuff. But at times, tis the season to coast in our lives.
Right.
So I think I'll just pass off to you when I say, find the difference between coasting and realizing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right, exactly.
What does that mean for you?
I think, well, one, I mean, whether it's in terms of relationally, whether it's in terms of just like, your own personal life, I think relationally first, to even just put it that way, it kind of just takes your significant other sometimes who kind of calls it out of you, to be completely honest with you, where you kind of find yourself like kind of coasting, you kind of find yourself just kind of just chilling, and yet you do want to be at rest, you do want to be at peace, but sometimes you don't want to ever lose that like intentionality, you don't want to ever lose that curiosity and all that kind of stuff about life and your significant other. So sometimes like it is good to coast and it's like a sign of comfortability, but sometimes that comfortability is making your growth stagnant and stuff. And then when it comes to like just being like professional and even just like career wise and all that kind of stuff, like at least for me, I'm like in a season, or like I've been in places or scenarios where it's like, oh, I need to scratch that itch, I need to like keep growing, I need to keep learning, I need to just, something in me is just not wanting to settle right now, as far as like career wise or professional wise or whatever it may be. So you kind of have to just keep challenging yourself to just keep moving, to keep going, and keep not settling for less. Because if you really do want to be great at what you do, you can't settle. You can't settle and just collect a check. You can't settle and just kind of coast by. You can't settle and just go under the rug. Like if you really want to be really good at what you do, and you have to sit with yourself and be like, yo, am I just coasting right now? Am I doing the bare minimum? Or do I rise to the occasion and be like, all right, like let's get this, let's do this. So that's something you kind of have to like kind of find within yourself, but also sometimes you got to find it within other people around you. People around you, what is it? I think it's a quote. You become the sum of the 5 people you are close with. So like, all right, if you're close with a bunch of 5 bums, respectfully, you're gonna be a bum.
Oscar the Grouch.
Right. But if the people around you are like, they have like a nice balance of like, aspiring for different things, and they're have their head on in life and everything, that kind of rubs off on you. So, hopefully that kind of just helps with like not coasting, but there's different seasons, there's time and place for everything. Time to grind, time to hustle, time to relax, time to coast. So just gotta figure out what season you're in.
Yeah. Oh man, you said a lot of mileage with that. I think one of the things I was even just like pick on too as well, because is being able to have the voice to know when you're coasting and when you're supposed to be realizing, because even before we get to like the partner aspect of it is because your partner or your friend could like see that out of you, but if you're not in the space to hear that,
facts,
then you get the, what you talking about? You don't know, exactly. You know what it is.
Yeah, facts.
It's like being able to receive, like, because I think one of the things that I at least want as we kind of go forward is like pushing authentically, like what like empowerment and guidance is. I think empowerment and guidance in this realm comes from, are you manufacturing that for yourself internally? And
right.
And can I see that in myself before someone else?
Right, exactly.
Points that out.
100%.
Because I'll be honest too as well. I was just bringing this up to you where the last like 3 years I was in a point of comfortability, and there's a difference between of like you need to rest and like coasting, because sometimes that coast is like you're actually afraid of taking that leap. And I will be honest with you, if you guys watched the channel update, I was afraid to take that leap. And taking that leap is like, talking more like, I'm a therapist, I'm going to do a video about me being a therapist and how that where I like no more Cartier Rob, I'm just Robert. My clients find me, they find me. And I think that's what's going to move this train. Not saying that I was being fake on my, other just aspects. I was overthinking, and I was, and in my opinion, I was coasting behind where I'm like, all right, there's 3 other people. There's, we have our own brand name. It's separate from me. Like, the brand grows when I have the sensitization between me and the brand. Like, obviously, I know what the difference is. And that took a lot of people calling that out of me, and that took multiple years of like, Rob, you actually can do this. Man. And it took a little bit.
And sometimes, I mean, it's true. Like it can literally take many people, speaking life into you. It can take many people just like confirming those things. But like you said, until you're ready to make that leap yourself, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Or it may not happen. You know, so that's real. That's real. That's real. Yeah, that's real. Believe in yourself, man. Believe in yourself. It's hard, but
how how do you, because you know, I have the luxury of knowing you outside of this platform, and I would say people would say you're no short of belief.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
But like,
well,
you know, from one strong person to another strong person, I know I have an idea of what it takes for you to get out of bed and put one foot in front of the other, and a lot of people can probably see with you like, oh yeah, you're so Tommy the disciple, you so, but they don't know what it took for you to get to work.
That's a great question.
How do you reconcile your own belief before myself or someone you love like speaks that into you?
That's a really good question. That's a very, very good question. I think for me, it's like, well, one, knowing what I would like to aspire to be, like just knowing the person that I want to be, knowing who I want to become and what I want to do. Like, it's not always easy. I'm not going to sit here and be like, every single day it's easy to get up and everything like that, because some days are harder than others, and some days I frankly just don't want to do whatever it is. But one, honestly, like, you know, I'm a man of faith, or at least trying to be a man of faith. It's like, I think I would always attribute that to just my relationship with God. Like, literally, it's just
respect it.
Shout out God. If it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be right now.
God did.
God did. Exactly. But for real, like, I always kind of just look at, like, I think if it was left to me, I think I may be on a good path, but if it was left to me, I'd probably I'd be left, right, whatever, front, back, whatever it is. But I just attribute, you know, just thank God for just the journey that I'm on, because I always can kind of lead on him to, like, all right, like, I need some strength today. Like, let's go. But even just on, like, a regular daily level, I'm like, it just takes discipline. And I feel like it's just, like, for example, like, if I want to go work out, do jiu-jitsu on a day where I don't want to, I mean, sometimes you have to tend to your body. Like, all right, like, how's my body feel? But sometimes it's like, all right, you just suck it up and do it. Just go. You know, the work will show. So just show up. That's why they always say that in jiu-jitsu as well. Like, you know, a white belt or a black belt is a white belt who just kept showing up. Like, and there are people who, you know, they may have trained, they may have been better than you, you know, when you first started. They may have been better than you during the middle of your journey. But guess what? You got to where you're at because you just kept showing up. Just show up 1% better every single day. Just keep showing up. And I even was talking about this with a friend of mine. You know, he's an artist, music, all that kind of stuff. And frankly, I think he's better than a lot of artists, you know, that are out there. But guess what? Some people are just artists because they're just making the work. Like, they're doing the work. It doesn't mean they're better than someone else. It doesn't mean whatever. It just means they're showing up and putting their stuff out there. So, like, I think for me, like, there's many, many things that I still want to do. Many, many things where I still feel like I haven't done yet. But as far as, like, the belief, it's like, just, okay, just show up. Just show up. Just show up. Trust God, pray, but then just put the work in and just show up. And hopefully everything falls into place. I mean, it sounds so simple, but I'm like, there's no magic to it. There really is no magic to it, for real.
So I'm gonna be mad, vulnerable, or emotionally transparent. When you said that hit me, and the reason why is on Instagram, because like I would say at least on Instagram, like I'm really I'm really decreasing my time on there, unless it's like business or like other stuff in between. But
that's really good. That's good, man. It's good. Save your mental, bro.
I will say this guy came up with something I've always thought, and there's this theory of like, you really don't understand anime. And the reason why I bring that up is, as a kid, I would watching like cartoons and anime was like my escape from like my problems.
Gotcha.
And they would have like the basic life lessons of like Power Rangers, of teamwork. But it's like, I really was like, there's a deeper meaning of what this is going on. It's not just like punches and kicks and this of that. Like we're literally talking about friendship. Like, how do you let go of a friend? Of like, when is it time to be a good friend? Like, I think for me too, just like speaking about like belief, all the shows I would like watch, your back is against the wall. Like, it makes no sense. And you have to keep going forward. And like if y'all get the reference, y'all get the reference. Actually, I'm gonna say this because I feel like most of y'all should have seen this. It's like Pikachu versus Onyx.
I haven't even seen it.
Okay,
I was never. But hey, hopefully you guys have. Yeah,
so get that. So stay with me. So pretty much Pikachu's an electric type Pokemon and Onyx is a rock. So rock doesn't, electricity is not gonna affect, so rock and ground type. And like Ash was so stubborn, you know, and then anime bullshit made him win, but like he was so stubborn that he wanted his Pokemon to win. And I'll probably put the video right there or some shit like that. Yeah. And just kind of like, yeah, he won, but it's like how he won, like the determination of like, I have to see it through like this. And I feel like the deeper level to like, because Pokemon's very, you know, kids show, but I'm like something like the deeper, darker stuff where it's like how are you treating and talking to other people? Like the deeper meaning of some of the things that you see is not like, I feel like so many people take things at a surface level. Like there's like a lot of simple things have deep, complex like meanings that we gotta really like think about. So so it kind of makes me think about that in the relation too of like how you believe in stuff and how you talk to yourself. Because yeah, you can say like, oh yeah, I can do it. Right. But what happens if it is that day when you have to like push yourself? Right. So
and it's true, and honestly, there are gonna. I mean, I think anybody can relate to this. Like, there are gonna be days where you just don't feel like it. Like, literally, you don't feel like it. But it's just like something is telling you just go. You got people around you, whatever faith, religion you aspire to, and everything. It's like there's just something there's that inner voice. Just go. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Yeah.
Well, I have one thing, and we'll switch to our last topic of the day. Is let's keep it simple, let's keep it basic. What I want y'all to do is next time you go to the bathroom, when you look in the mirror, don't look at it in the mirror for vanity. Look at yourself.
Jeez.
Look how you are picturing yourself. Look and say one thing that you want to be.
Right.
Talk about yourself in a powerful way and look at yourself of how you talk about the person that you see.
That's a beautiful thing, bro, because then that really just goes back into the whole coasting again. Because a lot of times, like, we all just kind of just coast through life, go to the bathroom, whatever, just like, but it's like, hey, let's be intentional about who it is that we're trying to become and who it is we're trying to be. So that's a really good thing, bro. That's really good. And I hope, we can all do that.
It's very simple. We walk by multiple mirrors all the time, but we stop when we're trying to like, oh, does this outfit make sense? Because I'm trying to impress this person. But are you really using for the real function? And it's that indoor view. Because I don't see Robert. I don't see him that often. So when I see him, can I say something to him?
Right. Jeez, that's real. I mean, this is probably a whole different like conversation that can go different ways. But I always heard someone like be like, hey, like, not in the same way you mentioned speaking to yourself in the mirror, but like speaking to your inner child, whether it's like, the 5-year-old Tommy, the 5-year-old Rob, the 7-year-old Rob, like speaking to that individual, like that's a way to also build confidence as well. So, or and affirm yourself, and create that belief. That's definitely not mine. I just saw a video of it. I think it's really good, but I think it's so true. Everyone has an inner child somewhere that, that got hurt. So just speak to that. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to move us on to our last topic of the day to get you all through. Now, if you have been listening to me and Adriana talk about this in our previous episode, and I'm just curious, I want to get Tommy's perspective on this. And what I want to ask you, Tommy, is when we talk about opening up in this society, pause. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of connotation with openness, and I think various different people see openness as opportunities where it can be scary. And I hear this word a lot: be vulnerable, be vulnerable, be vulnerable. So when I say be vulnerable, what does that mean to you?
Being vulnerable is, like opening yourself up to potentially being hurt. Being vulnerable, just sharing emotions.
No, I appreciate that. And I was actually had the luxury, was able to watch a video, and this video conflated vulnerability and emotional transparency. And within this video, they explained how sometimes for certain people, and they're more or less talking about males, that being vulnerable goes against their nature. Because men were designed to protect, hunter-gatherers, all these other things, where when you're saying you want your man to be vulnerable, you actually want them to be emotionally transparent. Because if a man is emotionally transparent, they're going to tell you the deeper emotions that they're trying to protect. Meaning the man can still hold their masculine frame, but also still have the ability to communicate the feelings that you need to know, which makes them that man. So you can nurture that. And I'll be honest with you, I thought that was a pretty interesting concept because, you know, when you get into arguments with partners or friends, you know, your ego is on the line.
Right.
And sometimes vulnerability can be scary for someone.
Right.
And I'll be honest, sometimes I've even in my practice a little bit, where I've switched up vulnerability for emotional transparency, and I've gotten different responses from men versus women. But I'm just curious, when I break that down that way, what comes up for you?
That's funny. Because first of all, I'm going to hold that thought. I think it's really cool when you ask the question, what is vulnerability? I think people should ask themselves that, and then their answer should say a lot about themselves.
Ooh.
Because even for me, I'm like, in my answer that I just gave, I'm like, I wonder if that says a lot about me. But my answer was, it's opening yourself to get hurt.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, like, I wonder what that says about me. So it may not be that deep.
No.
But I was like, somebody's answer will always give you an insight into like what, not that we're trying to like analyze them and all that kind of stuff, but the answer to that question should always give an insight into like who they are as a person, like the deeper things. But again, I just wanted to say that it was on my mind. I was like, it was interesting. It made me think about my own stuff, and I'll think about it later, but whatever. But I guess when it comes to vulnerability and emotional transparency, it's funny because I had never heard of that being two separate things. You know, as we mentioned earlier, it's like, that wasn't a concept to me. So I think like when I hear vulnerability and emotional transparency can be something where you're being open about what you're feeling right now. So let's say, I don't know, it's still something to me that I feel like I need to think about some more, because for example, I was gonna say emotional transparency can be, hey, I'm having a conversation with you right now, and I'm like I may be feeling hurt, and I'm like, yo, bro, I feel hurt by this. But is that also being vulnerable as well, or am I just being transparent about my emotions? Is that the same thing? Emotional transparency, being vulnerable? Because for me, if I'm telling you, yo, I feel hurt by this, I'm not trying to protect myself. I'm being open and transparent. But as also, maybe it's not vulnerable in a sense. Now that I'm thinking about it, because that could just be emotional transparency. Because I think when it comes to vulnerability can be the deeper things, like I mentioned earlier, of like being willing to get hurt. But emotional transparency can just be, yo, like, I'm tired right now, I'm hurt right now, or whatever. But then the vulnerability is the deeper things. Then that emotional transparency can be surface level. Vulnerability is like beneath the surface. So you see the iceberg. You see the top, that's emotional transparency. Beneath that, the longer iceberg, that's vulnerability. So that's how, as I was talking about it, that's how I was thinking through it. But what about you?
No, I appreciate that. I think, the person seeing the video and seeing it in its entirety, also kind of look at it like a boxer, because you have to be transparent enough that you have to take a punch,
take some hits,
like you can't get into the ring not knowing that you're gonna get hit, and I think for me personally, where it's like when we kind of talk about the emotionally transparent part, where like I've seen a lot of boxers who have the mentality of like a lion, but also there's gentle as a butterfly,
right? Exactly.
And it's like, just like when you fight someone for that long, being able to be like, this person, they gave me a good fight. I'm not talking about like the big time fights, but like the humility of like, this is the great man stepped in
the ring.
Exactly, because I feel like that's emotionally transparent of like this person put their life on the line.
Right, exactly.
Even though that I won, I'm talking about the more classiest boxers. Like, because it's very easy to be like, I'm the greatest.
Right.
No diss to Muhammad, but so I think for me, where like it's that balance where I feel like if someone's truly being emotionally transparent, you can. When I say protect, or I think of like men who struggle with being like, because I think I'm saying this to you off camera, where like I feel sometimes it's like, oh, I'll say it like this. We've known that little boys will get more behavioral issues than young girls, and we know young boys are more hyper.
Right.
They'll be in detention more, where it's kind of like, can I still like let the little boy be the little boy? And I guess what I'm saying in the sense of like, I need to discipline them on that playing field. Like I shouldn't expect that like a outcome I would expect from a young girl from a young boy, because they're going through different things of that mindset, where it's like, how do I meet them, instead of like creating a metric that is going to solely just work for everyone universally. It's a metric where I'm like, all right, you're more heavy-handed, so how do I show emotional gentleness with a heavy-handed young boy? So I think for me, like, it's that I feel like for me, and what the video is trying to explain with emotional transparency is my vulnerability level is going to be different from a man, woman, or however you identify, masculine, feminine, whatever. And like a masculine level of vulnerability is like, if you're telling me how I've hurt you, you'll be transparent enough to give me more information.
Right, exactly.
That shortness, me being like, oh, I'm mad that you done that. The transparency is like, hey, when you said this, I felt that you didn't value me.
Do you think that could be vulnerability though, in that example? Because I'm still like kind of teetering on, just it's a good conversation. I'm still teetering, but because it's like that, like, so let's say if you think about it in the way that I said it, because you saying that, I think you heard me. Do you feel exposed when you say that, or do you feel comfortable?
For me personally, because I sit with both of understanding. I feel like I have a feeling of understanding both. And it goes back to what you're saying of the answer you give tells the type of person that you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I hear different like topics and things like that, I sometimes have to take myself out of it because I am a pretty moderate type of a dude where like I can see both sides. I'm that friend.
Which is good. Yeah.
And I guess I just look at the average person who struggles with sharing their feelings, where like sometimes I look at when people argue, they're like, well, why aren't you so emotional like me? My emotional might be different from your emotional.
Exactly.
Where like your girl be like, why aren't you crying like I'm crying?
Right.
And I should be able to be transparent enough or vulnerable enough to be like, I am hurting, and I can also see that you're wanting emotions out of me.
Exactly.
You're wanting me to cry like that because that's how you think.
That's how you
think, and I can empathize with that and being able to go deep with that. And I feel like sometimes when we get in situations, how you're saying it to me would be like the emotional transparent is like, I am sad. That's not connecting with that person when you know exactly what they're wanting from you.
It's a different level of. Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's a different level. I see what you're saying.
So that all I'm saying is, because I'll be honest with you, like that video that I watched, I like that question to go forward. Cause I'm kind of like, damn, I never thought about it like that.
Right.
And there are people who are like, to me, it's the same thing. But I just run into a lot of people who, like, I literally ran to a person, or I watched the video. A person was like, psychology is an easy degree. And I'm like, oh, I got a psychology degree, and I got my master's degree. Like, I can understand why you would say that, but if you're really good at therapy and psychology and doing that, it's not that easy.
Exactly.
It may be easy for you because you maybe have an engineer mind, but we swap jobs. You'll struggle.
Right.
I know I will struggle at being an engineer, but I know you'll struggle at being a therapist.
For sure. 100%. Yeah. 100%.
You know?
True. I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's true. That's interesting. Yeah, I think and I would invite people to keep thinking about that.
Think about this.
Because like I said, my brain, I can still see the factory wheels still spinning, with this concept and stuff. It could,
And this is what I want this show to be. Where this is, to me, it's like healthy dialogue of this is this is exactly what I want it to be.
Yeah. And again, I mean, it'd be nice if you could show the video, or at least like a link or something to see.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you.
I would love to just watch it and just kind of just have some good thought processes come through it. Yeah.
Oh damn! Yeah. I forgot to turn on the lights. 1 second.
Turn out the lights.
Nice catch.
Oh man, that's fun.
Oh, it does make a difference.
Hey.
Oh, it does make a difference.
With light skin now.
Oh,
light skin now.
Well.
Oh man.
Actually, we want to challenge y'all. Take that about being a leader in this guidance culture. You know, we're trying to guide you guys and gals and whoever on how you identify to think differently, and take this to the breakfast table.
Yeah, breakfast club.
Ask a question. I feel like it's a damn good question to ask.
For real.
So, if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. It's Robert.
Tommy the Disciple.
And hopefully you're all having a happy new year. I don't know when this will be released, but
all the love.
All the love.
Peace. Blessings. Take it easy.
All right.
Nice.
That's a ball game.
That was a good one. I like